Sing that song, Karthik.
Which song? Which I was singing before pressing the record button, is it? Hi, hello, and welcome to yet another episode of IPL Titbits with Sid, Kar, and Shash. All right, guys. So, two matches yesterday. Okay, two very interesting matches, but let's start with the first match. Okay, Mumbai Indians are back, Shash, and
Yes.
yeah, and what a way to do it! A comprehensive clinical victory against the Rajasthan Royals.
Yes, definitely. You would say that it was like the Mumbai of the old, the way they played yesterday. They did make one change, leaving out Ishan Kishan, and then they got in Nathan Coulter-Nile. I think they wanted to strengthen their bowling options. Uh, yeah, so you could see, like I think Rajasthan got off to a decent start. They were like 65 odd in 8 overs. Josh Butler was giving them a good platform. But I think those two wickets from Rahul Chahar sort of stalled the momentum. And they couldn't get a very competitive total, I would say, on that pitch. It was just close to par. Like they managed to get 170, the exact score which who got, I think RCB got, right?
The previous
No,
match. No,
the
against
previous match
Chennai.
in Delhi. Yeah, Chennai, SRH got, and you came to know it was not going to be enough. And the coincidental thing is both the teams who were chasing finished it at 18.3 overs.
Yeah.
So that was another,
With 9 balls to spare. So I was actually
yeah,
getting
9 balls to
worried. I mean,
spare.
so is it the same day, or like I'm just having some Groundhog Day effect or something? It felt like a deja vu.
Yeah, and also the wickets were also similar. They lost like 4 wickets, I think, and these guys lost 3 wickets. It
Yeah.
was very much similar. The pattern, it
Yeah.
was almost like a replay.
It
Yeah,
looked like
it
it
was
was
fun.
exactly the same script performed by two different cast members tonight.
Yeah, so Quinton de Kock, Mumbai would be happy to see him back in some form because
Mhm.
I think Chris Lynn, since he's been injured, that's the reason why he's got a chance. But yeah, good that he got back into form, and yeah,
Yeah.
Pollard again finished it off at the end.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to ask you. Said so different venue, okay, different city. They look like a completely different team altogether, right? So suddenly, like the shots are back. Kunal Pandya is playing. Okay, they are going with a batsman shot with so much of confidence. So and they've consolidated their position in the top four. Like they were ahead on run rate, but now they're ahead on points as well. So they're sounding a warning sit to all the other teams.
They definitely are blowing the horn pretty loud. I think it's a good warning for the rest of the teams. It was really good to watch Krunal Pandya bat. I've not seen him bat with such composure, man. He got
Yeah,
39
actually.
for some 20 odd balls. Beautiful batting. There wasn't even one slog hit that we kind of think of him as a cricketer batsman, but he was just playing some very beautiful shots, and being a left-hander, of course, fell in love with the way he was batting. De Kock also was playing all around. They called him the 3D cricketer while doing the analysis. I was very impressed with the way he was playing, and he was unstoppable. I think those guys set the benchmark, and Mumbai deserved winners. Brilliant batting, brilliant bowling. Big warning for the rest of the teams.
For the rest of the teams. Yeah, probably something with the South African cricketers and being 3D and 360, right? I mean, so Quinton de Kock, okay, again proved, okay, he is one of the openers to watch out for in this tournament. So Shash, as you said, right, Rajasthan got off to a good start. Jaiswal played well. Okay, he scored
Yeah.
32 of 20 balls. Okay, and definitely like we were looking at a score of 200, right? I mean, the way they were going, they didn't lose too many wickets also, but just with Bumrah, okay, so he was due a good bowling performance and he delivered at the death, right? In his 2 overs at this log, they were only able to score 9 runs. Talk about the bowling performance.
Well, I think it's not anything new when you come to expect with him. I think, as you said, he was due for a game where he could put up his best performance, and I think it couldn't have come at a better time for Mumbai. Because they had wickets in hand, and if they got a few more runs, maybe 20 odd, I think their confidence would have been a lot higher,
Mm.
and 15, 20 odd runs would have made us a difference, I would say, in the end score and also their mentality as well. So hats off to him. I mean, because just 9 runs in 2 overs at the death is a very commendable effort, and he made the difference for them.
Yeah, it was a fantastic performance by Mumbai. Suddenly, all the pieces of the jigsaw are coming together. And as we discussed, they actually sound a warning to all the other teams as they consolidate their position in the top four. So we had one more match yesterday, guys. And Sid, you've been a big fan of this guy, Prithvi Shaw. Ricky Ponting says whenever he plays well, it's very difficult to get him out of the nets. So what do you think? Like, how long do you think he would be in the nets yesterday or today morning, probably?
Well, whatever time he's spending in the nets, he's spending it with some great intent. And you saw him in the first over of yesterday's game, 6 fours in a row. That's incredible batting by this guy. He is definitely on fire. He's not trying to lose his wicket at all. You've seen a huge tilt shift from what he used to play in the in the Australia series, and the way he's playing right now. Of course, that's a Test match series, but then the mentality, the way he's approaching the game, he's keeping his wicket, and he's not ready to lose it. He's putting a huge value on his wicket, and we see the value of him playing there for the team as well. The 80 odd that he got, mind blowing, and I think this guy is on the prime form of his life.
Yeah, especially the first over, like 155, we all thought, okay, it might be a tricky chase because KKR finished on a high. But at the end of the first 6 balls, there was no doubt, and there was only one team winning.
I would say like the KKR fielders, just looking at the way he was playing, they were shocked. SHAWKED.
Oh, shocked present. Yeah. What a punch. Okay. Yeah, actually probably not very often do you see Ian Morgan like looking clueless.
Yeah.
Okay, looking out of ideas, but yesterday was one. And Shash, it went on to such an extent that Brendan McCullum came out and say he was extremely disappointed with the approach of the KKR batting, by which he meant the top 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And he said you can expect a lot of personal change in the next match, because he always believed that if you can't change a man, change the man. So what's going on with the KKR top order?
Yeah, as I've told before, there should have been, some changes at least in the personnel, or like, let's say within the team. As I mentioned, Narayan coming in the middle order is not doing them any good at all, because he's not someone who's gifted with a great technique or something like that. He's more of a hitter. So it feels more comfortable for him, and would be better for the team if he plays at the top, because he's been quite successful for them doing that. And Nitish Rana, he started off so well, but then he's just not looking, comfortable at all at what he's doing. So it seems like these guys are not in a clear headspace.
Yeah.
That total what they got, we know it was never going to be enough. And at the end of the power play, as you said, it was more or less done and dusted in the Delhi innings. So these guys have to take some tough decisions now if they want to stay in the tournament.
Exactly. And probably at the end of 15 overs, they only had some 90-95 runs on the board, and we knew like it was going to be a very, very low total. But Sid, one bright spot for KKR was these log overs, right? So we saw Dinesh Karthik hit a couple, okay, and the man, okay, like the MVP of KKR, he showed, okay, why he's there, right? Some amazing sixes over there.
He was just hitting the ball with so much aggression. It was good to see the old Russell back in form. I think, as Shash mentioned, people like Narayan, even Russell should probably go up the order a little bit more. And I'm thinking even Karthik should probably open the innings. He's a kind of player who always looks to convert every ball and isn't the type who's trying to get a 100% strike rate. They need to change the entire game. Russell needs to get more deliveries. He played only 27 balls yesterday, got a quick 45. Imagine if he plays a little bit more. There's no stopping him after that. These guys really need to capitalize on their mixture, composition. They need to promote certain batsmen up the order and give them more time. Like Shash mentioned, Narayan, if he opens, and he's the kind of player who will just go and attack, irrespective of who the bowler is, what color cap he's wearing, he will annihilate any bowling attack. And you need that kind of start.
Right.
Yeah. Just to add to Sid's point, Russell, he did get like more number of balls to face compared to his previous games. But the reason why he could not like go straight ahead is because of the wickets they had lost in a flurry. There also maybe there was a case of sending Dinesh Karthik yesterday one spot higher than where he came instead of Russell, because you had lost 2 quick wickets, and maybe that would have given freedom. So there's a lot of like tactical things that KKR, I think, are missing. That is why they're ending up in such positions.
So that's a surprise. When you have some like support staff like McCullum and Morgan being the captain, okay, so we can't really fathom that they're missing some points. And of course, when they're defending a low score, like one would have thought they would have started with Pat Cummins.
Yeah,
who is supposed to be the best bowler,
prime bowler.
But they started with Shivam Mavi, and Prithwi Shaw actually finished off the
Cashed in.
match in the first over
It's
itself.
Mavi's bad luck also. Mavi's bowling brilliantly throughout the season. He unfortunately got
He got stuck with the wrong guy.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
he ran into the wrong guy. Like
And the wrong
more
guy.
than that. Yeah, I mean he had a wonderful last match. For 4 overs, he gave only 13 runs.
Yeah.
But it so happened that here in his first 3 balls, he was already 13 runs. So cricket is a great leveler. And yesterday, Delhi Capitals, they made sure that they again went into the second spot. So it's kind of becoming a race, isn't it?
Yeah, it's becoming musical chairs.
Yeah,
after
musical
every
chair.
game.
Who's going to be number 1, number 2, number 3?
The
And
top 4 more or less is ready, man. I can say it.
yeah, I mean that's not very good for the IPL, right? Not very good for the IPL. But somebody who's going to go into the top has a chance today. Okay, because the Bangalore boys, I don't know, like when I say Bangalore boys, I mean the Royal Challengers Bangalore or the Punjab Kings, because a lot of
Kings.
yeah, the Punjab Kings. Yeah. So okay, so I think
Literally.
we can safely say the Royal Challengers of Bangalore are playing against the Bangalore boys, okay, who are representing the Punjab Kings. All right. So what do you think, Shash? More like gully cricket, they all know each other pretty well. Okay, so I'm sure it's going to be one fun party tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting, considering that Kings 11 also opted for the previous RCB jersey as well. So for fans, it might be a little confusing. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Punjab, they require a win in order to stay in the tournament. And how they're going to go about it will be interesting to see. Will they make any changes? Because again, they played against KKR, right? And they didn't get to a big total last time around. They did make, they replaced Jordan with Fabian Allen. I think for them, the major issue is no one is like contributing consistently with the bat. So if they're able to get that sorted, they might put up a decent total if the bat first. Now for RCB, we have to see how, if they make any changes at all in the top or, in their batting, because the middle order, after AB, there is a little bit of, you would say there's a little bit of a gap in terms of scoring. Yeah. See, they got Daniel Sams last match, but he's supposed to be a big hitter, but we have to see if he gets a chance.
So that's the problem that RCB has had so far, right? Said like they actually didn't get a chance to test out their lower middle order, right? Because the top order has been performing so well. Okay, with Padikkal and not Kohli so much. Yeah, Maxi and AB de Villiers. Yeah, so they've been having such a huge impact that they actually would want, like going into the business end of the tournament, they would want their lower middle order to fire as well. Right.
I was just going to say the same thing. I think these guys need to get an opportunity sometime, at least now, to get a chance to play in the open and play a couple of deliveries, get to showcase what they can play. So the team understands where they can apply these batsmen, and it gives them that confidence also. Because you said, like you said, they're entering the business stage of the tournament. So now you need everyone playing to their roles, and if you need someone like Daniel Sams to walk in and play a quick fire 20 ball 55, now is the time to actually experiment on that. It's not really an experiment, but it's required.
Give them a chance. Yeah,
you need to give them the chances so that they can go out, get that confidence in them, and then you build trust also. That's the way to go forward.
Yes, match time definitely helps. Okay, and it's not just the batting, right? So bowling is also coming along pretty well for RCB. So Harshal Patel is the purple cap holder. All right, and Siraj seems to have found some really good form after like getting into the Indian team after being a regular. Okay, and Chahal also is kind of getting back into his groove. So like they start as favorites, Shash, this match, absolute favorites.
Yeah, I would say based on the current form, RCB start as favorites. And by the way, Harshal Patel has been renamed as Purple Patel, which sort of even suits him. Yeah, that's the name that they gave him. He also liked it. Yeah,
Purple Patel. Yeah, I mean he has a good chance of actually retaining it, right? I mean, the way he's bowling.
He's taken 17 wickets, which is the most by any bowler till now. And the thing is, he's getting those wickets in the middle overs and at the death. So that is what is halting the momentum for the opposition.
True.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and getting the wickets of well-set batsmen, because like we see teams like probably 80 for 1 or 80 for 2, and suddenly this guy comes in like the 13th, 14th over and he gets 2 wickets. And and I think he is definitely a big asset for RCB. So it's going to be a super battle today, guys. The Punjab Kings taking on the Royal Challengers of Bangalore. RCB starters favorites, but we never know. Punjab themselves have a super batting lineup. Okay, with all Gale and Puran and Huda. So it's going to be a super match, guys. And
Huda?
remember, Huda,
Huda.
Deepak Huda.
Huda.
Who?
Huda,
Oh.
H-O-O-D-A. Yeah, Huda Deepak. Yeah, I think that's a nice way of putting it. So remember, guys, this is going to be the link to predict the man of the match for that match. And yesterday, so we had some very interesting predictions, but it eventually turned out that not many for the winning candidates. But
Mhm.
let's go ahead and see for the first match. Okay, it was Quinton de Kock who got the man of the match, and we had 3 right entries, if I'm right.
Three,
So
is it? Okay.
yeah, let's go for
Remove your name, Karthik. You can't do this all the time.
or your name. You didn't mention. So guess
Somebody
who?
delete the comments all the time.
Guess
1
who?
second.
It's our own
Manas.
Manas Bhatt.
I thought
Okay.
even Madhu Mitra also got it right, no, yesterday? Was
No,
it
I
for
think,
Quinton?
that's for Prithvi Shaw.
Okay.
That's for Prithvi Shaw. But let's see if she gets it this time. Okay. All right. So
But
congratulations,
gets it.
Manas.
Ash, lucky charm.
Yes. All right. Okay. And for second match, it was Prithvi Shaw. It was a very, very obvious choice. And the winner is Vigneshwaran R for guessing Prithvi
Oh.
Shaw right. All right, guys. Well done, winners, and well done for everyone for predicting, for staying with us. So, guys.
Was he a first-time winner, Vigneshwaran?
No, he's already won it once this time.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. So, cheers. Okay, and make sure you enjoy the cricket and have a lot of fun.
Shash, your turn. Do the tish.
Yeah, do the tish.